Good afternoon, good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. And welcome to the ITS Canada 2022 Virtual Awards Celebration. My name is Raquel Franco, and I am honored to be hosting this prestigious event. Today's awards session is sponsored by Arcadis IBI Group. Arcadis IBI Group is a forward-thinking, digitally and technology-driven design firm with global engineering, planning, and architecture expertise. The ITS Canada Awards are a celebration of excellence and recognition for outstanding contributions within the Canadian intelligent transportation systems industry. 2022 marks the 13th year of this awards program, acknowledging and valuing the importance of professional ITS expertise and to raise awareness of the safety benefits and values ITS technologies bring to cities, the economy, the environment, transportation, and everyday lives. Today, we will be presenting a total of 7 awards in 4 different categories: Member of the Year Awards, Intelligent Mobility Awards, Excellence in R 15 minutes, we will learn more about each award recipient and the impact of their contributions to ITS in Canada. We will have a Q&A after the awards presentation, so please use the chat window to submit your questions at the end. Now, without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Usha Elyatamby, Chair of the ITS Canada 2022 Awards Program. Usha is a Director for the International Intelligence Sector at Arcadis IBI Group. Usha has over 20 years of experience with technology-led initiatives within the transportation mobility arena. She is a thought leader and a trusted advisor who leads clients in establishing solutions and ecosystems to manage their congestion, safety, and net zero objectives across the globe. She leads clients with strategic planning, financial analysis, critical thinking around design and development for construction and operations, with emphasis given to innovation, value, constructability, and maintainability. Within the transportation arena and changing user needs, we should continue to advance our leadership to promote reliable, sustainable, equitable, and connected ecosystems to our end users. Usha has participated and supported ITS Canada for over 16 years. And 4 years ago, she became the chair of the ITS Canada Awards Program. Usha revamped the ITS Canada Awards Program to drive recognition of innovation, emerging technologies, and growing talent in the industry. Usha is very excited to participate in this year's ITS Canada Virtual Awards celebration. Now over to you.
Thank you, Raquel. Hope everyone can hear me. Good afternoon, and I guess good morning to all the West Coast folks. Thank you for joining us this afternoon to celebrate the awards and celebrate the winners. So as part of the program today, the awards program was initiated a while ago, but we've taken this initiative forward in terms of what we want to do in terms of the celebrations that Raquel was talking about. The awards program is really important to both the membership and those being initiated into the ITS arena, since it is one way to recognize the interesting and valuable work undertaken by our fellow colleagues and ITS professionals. We're delighted to highlight our industry leaders, emerging professionals, and showcase milestone-making projects that are either transformational in nature and or supporting the evolution of ITS. This year, especially the fact that we did most of it during the pandemic time. We received 17 submissions, so work did go on, even though we were all working from home, and our natural habitats was changed over the last 2 years. With the 17 submissions, we were excited to receive those and excited to see the projects that were undergoing during the pandemic time or completed during the pandemic time. I would like to thank Stephanie Fountain from SEMA Plus, Jean-Francois Rio from MTQ, Asad Lasani from Blue City AI, and Michael DeSantis from Innovation MI8, who volunteered their time to review and evaluate this year's submissions. And with them, we were able to look at all 17 submissions and also to look at who is leading the charge in terms of some of the things that are much more innovative and can come through as lessons learned from the industry. From this year's ITS Canada Awards, we engaged with Shain Jackson, a Coast Salish artist from the First Nation community of Sechelt in British Columbia, to curate our awards that we're presenting today. Each award was carefully curated and to evoke sentiment and connection with nature. So without further ado, we'll start with our first presentation. So the first award is for the Member of the Year award. The award is going to an individual for their excellent service to ITS Canada and the Canadian ITS industry. This individual is a very accomplished professional in the Canadian transportation industry, currently the Executive Director of Operations, and also sitting on the Board of Directors of ITS Canada as the Treasurer. They also have been the President of Ontario Trillium Chapter of the International Municipal Signal Association, IMSA. They also serve and they illustrate their passion for and commitment to ITS.
The ITS Canada 2022 Distinguished Service Award for Member of the Year goes to Shauna Boakes, City of Windsor.
Thank you. So we're just, I guess, waiting. Hopefully we can see. So there you go, Shauna. Congratulations on the win. And hopefully there's someone in your room to pass on the award to you.
I don't, because the person that I was going to have happened to get called out in the field. I mean, that's the issue with operations, but they did hand it to me before they left.
Oh, wonderful.
But
so, I'll pass it on to you to say some words then.
Great, thank you so much. When I was told about this award, I was actually really quite excited because I always feel that I'm not doing enough and that I could do more. And that's my personal thought. So to be recognized for the exact opposite of doing quite a bit and you know, stepping up, it meant a lot to me. It really did. So thank you to everyone who is on the committee and who put my name forward. And I really appreciate this. And by the way, this is both looks amazing and it smells amazing. I can smell the burnt wood from the handmade of this award. I love it.
Thank you, Shauna. So the next award is the Group Member of the Year award. This year, especially given everything that we're trying to do through remote learning and trying to network with people over the last 2 years, we recognize the value and the contribution of this entire team and group that has been doing this for a very long time. We wanted to recognize a group for their continued and steadfast leadership in promoting ITS. As such, this award recognizes a seminar series namely the 53-year weekly transportation seminar series presented by the Transportation Group of the University of New Brunswick. This is a unique opportunity for all of us to learn. The weekly transportation seminar series started back in 1969, offered by University of New Brunswick Transportation Group, and has influenced both postgraduate transportation engineers as well as economic students in the evolution and real-world applications of technologies to support transportation services and infrastructure. It was the best kept secret because I did learn this after the submissions were made. Each week, the seminar features a distinguished external speaker who presents on a current issue facing the transportation industry, development of enabling technology or delivery of a service. And following the seminars, the students are able to network with the professionals and faculty and engage with the speaker on a broad set of discussions for the topic of the week.
The ITS Canada 2022 Distinguished Service Award for Group of the Year goes to the Transportation Group of the University of New Brunswick in recognition of their weekly transportation seminar series.
So Nancy Lynch will present our distinguished recipient, Professor Trevor Hansen, with the award. Trevor will accept the award and share a few words.
Great, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I am a former director, board member for ITS Canada, 2001 to 2009. So I was asked to present this award to Trevor and the group. Very excited because we've worked way back in the organization many years ago with ITS Canada to bring a focus about ITS transportation systems to a rural environment and provincial government transportation agencies. And working with groups like the UNB Transportation Group was really significant in order to bring that focus and awareness. And I think we really did succeed. The award today I'm presenting is the ITS Group Member of the Year Award to the University of New Brunswick Transportation Seminar. And as you mentioned earlier, the seminar series has been ongoing for over 50 years. It's part of the UNB Transportation Group. And this group has graduated well over 2,000 students with master's degrees and PhDs in the area of transportation, ITS included. Many of these people have risen to very high levels in government, industry, education, and consulting. So we're really proud of our group here in New Brunswick at the university. Transportation seminar series is very well respected, very well received. I know that there have been members of ITS Canada and the ITS industry that have participated both as presenters and as participants. And the students benefit from this as well as all areas of people involved in the transportation group. So today, I'm very honored and pleased to present on behalf of ITS Canada, the ITS Group Member of the Year Award to the University of New Brunswick Transportation Seminar, and to Dr. Trevor Hansen for your contribution to education and knowledge transfer in the transportation sector. And here is the beautiful award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nancy. This is an absolutely beautiful award, and I want to thank Nancy for taking the time to present this today on behalf of ITS Canada. Nancy was very instrumental early on in my career for getting involved with ITS and being such a strong voice for it in the region. And on behalf of the Transportation Group, which again, since 1968 has been teaching transportation grads and providing this valuable service to both the students and to the broader community, I want to thank you. I want to thank the founders of the group, Frank Wilson and Albert Stevens. It was their vision to see this type of seminar series can share the information about transportation to our students and more broadly, as well as previous coordinators, Barry Bisson. And today we have Eric Hildebrand here as well. You can't see it, but we have a number of students that are also joining us in the room, and Dr. Hildebrand here as well, who shares in this and for many years had coordinated the group and had the series go. So I'm delighted to accept this, and thank you to ITS Canada, and we really appreciate this opportunity, and we will continue. We look forward to the next 50 years of seminars to share transportation to all. Thank you.
Congratulations. And I do want to say it's the best kept secret, Professor, because I think a lot of people can learn from it and use that nationally within Canada. Thank you for all your contributions. Next, we're moving on to the Intelligent Mobility Awards. And the first award under this category goes to Data-Driven Transport Outcomes. And the project selected was the Rail Crossing Advanced Traveler Information System, known as RC-ATIS. And it's going to a great organization who've been promoting engineering solutions nationally and very well known on the West Coast. The RCIS provides direct travel time saving benefits to the area residents who commute regularly. This is an industry-leading made in BC solution, applying locally developed technology and engineering expertise to overcome a difficult challenge, positively affecting the communities of BC.
The ITS Canada 2022 Intelligent Mobility Award for Data-Driven Transport Outcomes goes to PBX Engineering for their Rail Crossing Advanced Traveler Information System.
As you know, the great organization is PBX Engineering, and Phil Pierce is going to be presenting the award to Corey Edgar from PBX Engineering.
Thanks, Usha. Yeah, I'm Phil Pierce from PBX Engineering. I'm the ITS lead here at PBX, working closely with my colleague Corey, who's the head of our transportation group and director of the company on many different ITS projects. So in this case, it's my honor to present you, Corey, with this Intelligent Mobility Award. Congratulations.
Thanks, Phil. And thank you to ITS Canada and to Ministry of Transportation and all the stakeholders who were involved in this project, and appreciate this award and proud of the work we did at PBX. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Corey. The next award is an award for cybersecurity in ITS. And it's the project that was related to the George Massey Tunnel SCADA life safety system and the lane control system cybersecurity audit remediation. The result of this project was improvement of the cybersecurity controls with alignment to BCMOTI cybersecurity controls and improved redundancy for a modern platform that can be operated from infrastructure located at the BC Traffic Management Center and the George Massey Tunnel Local Operating Center, and also improving operations through real-time reporting and alarming for the improvement of safety for the traveling public.
The ITS Canada 2022 Intelligent Mobility Award for Cybersecurity in ITS goes to IBI Group for their George Massey Tunnel SCADA.
So this award is being accepted by Jonathan Darton from Arcadis IBI Group. Over to you, Jonathan.
Thanks very much, Usha. I hope everyone can see the beautiful awards here on camera. Really, truly is amazing. I'm really fortunate to be here representing the Arcadis IBI Group team. It's a very complex and challenging project. There are many others that should be acknowledged that really contributed to the success. Just going to run through a quick list of names here before Usha turns the music on and kicks me off. But from the Arcadis IBI Group team, we need to acknowledge Nicoletta, Constantine, Jason, Alejandro, Rashad, and the crew who led the SCADA system remediation. The Ministry of Transportation's ITS engineering side, Bridget, Will, Dimitri, and the team. And then definitely from MOTI, IMB, a lot of invested effort from Shawnee, Melanie, Felix, Craig, Laura, Steve, Chai, and the full remediation team to ensure the new system was in full alignment with the OCIO standards. A very, very complex initiative, and we're all very fortunate to have had the opportunity to contribute to that project. So thanks again, ITS Canada, and thanks for this beautiful work of art. It truly is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And I think, as you can see, there were two well-established projects out from the West Coast, and we have to recognize all the public agencies that have been involved with both PBX and Arcadis IVI Group on that front and on that success. The third award under the Intelligent Mobility Awards is under the queue and stopped vehicle advisory system, which was on Highway 405, focusing on using ITS technology, again, to improve safety and reliability for the traveling public, the passenger vehicles, and commercial trucking. For this project, a public sector organization has been selected for its smart mobility innovation within the Connected Infrastructure Award.
The ITS Canada 2022 Intelligent Mobility Award for Smart Mobility Connected Infrastructure goes to MTO for the Queue and Stopped Vehicle Advisory System.
So our esteemed colleague Ray Shen from the Ontario Ministry of Transportation will be accepting the award for this project.
Thanks, Usha. Congratulations. Thank you. So first of all, it's a beautiful work of art. Thank you, ITS Canada, for the award. Just want to acknowledge, and obviously it took a lot of time to get here, and thankfully today I'm actually, as you can see behind me, we're fortunate to have much of the team actually together to celebrate this award. Obviously, I know we're short on time, so I won't run through the whole list, but we have, IBI Group, we have Black and McDonald here, we have Lee, as well as Transnomus as well joining behind me in this team. I'm all very happy and grateful and proud to be receiving this award. I just want to leave us off by saying that, innovation, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, it doesn't happen by accident. And this project has been through it since inception. It's been about, I think, over 4 or 5 years. And it's taken a lot of hard work and collaboration by everyone on the team to realize it and make it happen. So thank you to everyone here collectively for getting to this achievement. And again, thank you ITS Canada for a beautiful award.
Thank you, Ray. And I think, as you said, it takes a community to build and be innovative and looking forward to making changes in how infrastructure and technology work together. So thank you to everyone. And it is a big room with a lot of people in it, so we have to acknowledge everyone who have contributed to the project. The next award is actually the Excellence in Research and Development. And for this particular award, we had one that really showed innovation and taking risks, I would have to say, in the Canadian spectrum. In 2020, Area EXO, operated by Invest Ottawa, Transport Canada, City of Ottawa, NRC, and other industry partners, launched the first on-road electric low-speed automated shuttle called LSAS. And it's a trial of the first of its kind in Ontario. And it was trialed from early November 2nd to November 13 in 2020. Leveraging unique capabilities, expertise, and collaborators, this project aimed to test and evaluate the low-speed automated shuttle technology and help Transport Canada to prepare for the safe and efficient integration of smart mobility innovations into future Canadian passenger transport systems. The 2022 Research and Development Award goes to Invest Ottawa.
The ITS Canada 2022 Excellence in R&D Award goes to Invest Ottawa for Area XO.
So Omar Chowdhury from the City of Ottawa will be presenting the award to Sonia Shorey from Invest Ottawa.
Hi, everybody. Omar Chowdhury here with the City of Ottawa. It's my distinct pleasure to be able to present the 2020 we won at the City of Ottawa, but we're keeping this or bringing it back home to Invest Ottawa, the 2022 Excellence in R&D Award to Sonia Shorey. Congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with them for the last 4 years now. Hard to imagine it's been that long. But City of Ottawa and here in the region, we've always been innovative. We've always been heading research and development. So great award to present.
Thank you so much, Omar, for your incredible partnership. The City of Ottawa is an amazing collaborator, and to ITS Canada for this absolutely beautiful award. It was an absolute privilege for Area XO, operated by Invest Ottawa, to collaborate with so many amazing partners to host the first on-road automated public road shuttle trial in Ontario. We really strive to bring Ottawa's greatest strengths as a global tech hub to bear with so many others right across the country, whether they're small to medium-sized companies, startups and innovators, researchers, multinationals, and of course our regulators. We want to extend sincere thanks to the partners that made this project possible, and they include Transport Canada, the City of Ottawa, Easy Mile, of course the small to medium-sized companies that played a critical role in testing their technology so that we can all drive forward the safe and secure adoption of those smart city solutions that will allow us to achieve a cleaner, greener world, greater equity, and a more thriving economy. Those companies included RideShark and SmartCone. Area XO builds on a powerful collaboration with all three levels of government, including City, the Ontario Vehicle Innovation Network by the Government of Ontario, the Government of Canada, specifically FedDev Ontario, and amazing multinational partners, including BlackBerry, QNX, Nokia, Ericsson, Accenture, Microsoft, the NCC, and all of our post-secondary institutions. I have the privilege of accepting this award on behalf of our entire team today, but this project was executed by amazing professionals I have the privilege of working with every single day, and they include Rebecca Thompson, Kelly Days, Divi Cambodge, Rachel Petra, Michael Tremblay, our CEO, Patrick Kenny, our marketing and communications team, and our corporate services team that helped to bring the entire project together. It was a privilege. We know that Canada punches above its weight in smart mobility. We're honored to play a key role in collaborating with so many others coast to coast in helping to drive forward the advancement safely and securely of the implementation of smart city solutions that we know will change our lives for the better. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, Omar. I think this is a very, very exceptional project because it shows what our capabilities are and where we need to be heading towards to have a more connected ecosystem. The next award goes to the young professionals, and this particular award is dear and near to my heart because this is our pipeline to our future within the transportation industry. ITS Canada Young Professional Award goes to individuals typically under 40, but we're basically trying to make sure that the future talent is within the pipeline and have been practicing in the arena of ITS for many years. This year's recipient is being recognized for their outstanding leadership, capabilities, and dedicated mentorship, along with innovative approaches to safety, road safety, and the evidence of his impact on the professional community.
The ITS Canada 2022 Young Professional Award goes to Dr. Kareem El-Basuni, University of Alberta.
congratulations goes to Dr. Kareem El-Bassouni, and Kareem's here to say accept the award and say a few words.
Thank you, Usha. Thank you, everyone. I am incredibly pleased to be receiving the 2022 Young Professional Award. I would like to express my gratitude to the awards committee for granting me the honor to gratefully accept this high distinction. I also wanted to congratulate ITS Canada for their efforts in promoting and supporting innovation and the application of intelligent transportation systems around Canada. I really want to take this chance to thank all of my collaborators and students, past and current. I wouldn't be here today without their contributions and hard work. I want to thank them all for challenging me, motivating me, and definitely inspiring me to achieve the work that I've done so far. Last but not least, I would like to thank my family for the support and patience over the last few years. It's been a rough couple of years, but I think we've all come out of it stronger and more informed. Thank you again, and back to you, Usha.
Thank you, Dr. Kareem. I want to congratulate all of you on being the winners for the 2022 awards. And I also want to congratulate all the team members that you've been working with within each of the organizations, plus also external organizations to come to this success in your careers as well. As you probably have seen, some of the awards were in the form of boxes. So I just wanted to give a little bit more info on the origins of where the box came from. So the idea really was seeded between Yannicka and I in terms of something unique and something that you guys will have an aspirational award that you can reflect on. So the First Nations people use this unique and beautifully adorned traditional containers to store their precious possessions, and they call them Brentwood boxes. And the artwork, as I said earlier, was done by a local artist within British Columbia. And I think in terms of the work that he has done for us in a very short time, I have to thank the artist and also appreciate that the uniqueness of each of the gifts reflects the nature and reflects animals and birds that are in the natural habitat. So I would like to turn this over to all of the recipients and winners here in terms of being able to have an open discussion in terms of their projects and accomplishments. So maybe I can start off with seeing if there's any questions within the chat channel that we can start off with. If not, I have a question that I can start with. So while we wait for questions to come through.
Oh, I just see one that says, what topics are coming up for the UNB transportation series? So I'm in the middle of it now, getting ready. But what I will say is we work really hard to bring a broad transportation lens. We look at transportation technology. I expect to have ITS topics. I expect to have port and marine. I expect airports. I expect to look at the highway mode. Possibly accessible transport. If you go on our website, umb.ca, and Google UNB Transportation Group, you can see the seminars that we have done in the past. And one of the coolest things, and I guess it's a byproduct of the pandemic, we ended up going fully virtual at one time for the seminar series. And what ended up happening is that it broadened our reach beyond wherever we'd been before. And it allowed us to bring in speakers from all over the world, as well as broadcasting what we do all over the world as well. And so if you would like to be added to our mailing list, please let me know. My email address, I'll put it in the chat here, is thanson@umb.ca. It's not the T Hanson. I'm not sure why I typed that in there. And just having this ITS Canada recognize this and give us this platform to share this, we're so thankful for that. Please keep me, let me know, and I'll make sure you find out what we're up to.
Thank you. And I think that one question that I had for anyone who wants to jump in from award recipients is really in terms of the projects that you guys have worked on and particular aspects of the projects. How do you get future transportation professionals interested in ITS, and how do you then fulfill your pipeline for the succession coming through from the universities?
I can jump in there, Usha, if you'd like.
Please do.
So, yeah, so for the George Massey Tunnel remediation project, we were able to highlight internally to teams that the uniqueness of the project and the fact that traditionally some of these systems aren't touched for 10, 15, 20 years. And I think it was Ian Steele that highlighted that during a project meeting, just the fact that to have the opportunity to work on a project at a scale that might only come around once or twice in a career, it is very unique. So we tried to highlight that for some of our more junior staff to keep them motivated and interested.
Anyone else? Kareem, Corey?
I can jump in and just say that what's really interesting to me, even when we're talking about the seminar series, is what the UMB project was, but it was Nancy Lynch, by virtue of the UMB transportation group, getting involved in teaching a course in ITS when I was a graduate student about 20 years ago, 15 now, I guess, and working for Nancy and her work to, work with the university and develop these collaborations and connections are paying dividends today still. So I look forward to, trying to do that again for our students, which is doing things like connecting them into different research projects that relate to technology and helping them, move forward.
Anyone else want to jump in?
We do a lot of working with co-op students and at PBX. So a big part of our recruitment comes from that co-op program, engineering co-op students and technologists as well. So we're pleased to include those folks on all of our types of projects, whether they be these ITS projects or otherwise, and give them a good chance to see the benefits of what we're doing for the public and the interesting challenges, I guess, that ITS projects provide every day. So yeah, we're really pleased to include all those young professionals in our project work.
Excellent, thank you. I guess a leading on question to this, and anyone please jump in from the team. One of the things that we see more and more is the intersection between computer engineering, computer software, and then transportation infrastructure. So what are some of the trends that you're seeing as you're leaning into these projects, which leading innovation projects? Are you seeing more success through different types of programs that are non-traditional civil engineering programs? And maybe you can offer your thoughts on how you see that being reflected in the ITS industry.
Usha, I guess from my side, obviously I wasn't here for a project, but from the city side, I'm actually an electrical engineer. I'm not civil by any means. So learning that side of it, when I came out of university, I did software design and then moved into traffic. And from there, really got involved in the controller programming and the background of that. So we are seeing a lot more of the both college and university levels from the computer side really starting to take an interest in this field and getting into the understanding of just, they think they're getting into just like generic traffic stuff, but yet they're really starting to learn public safety. They're really starting to learn geometrics of roads and all of those kinds of things. So I think right now your team has to consider all of those factors and have members with all of those different capabilities.
Absolutely, thanks, Shauna. Anyone else want to add to that?
I think transportation has and always has been a multidisciplinary field. And so this is not really uncommon for us to see these sort of expertise coming from various disciplines. In the past, we've seen interest from people from an economic background or an environmental background and statistical background. I think it's just that we're entering into that digital age that we're seeing interest in the intersection of that technology and transportation. But it is really something that we're used to and we've seen in the past. I work with a multidisciplinary team all the time. It just enriches the experience and brings different perspectives and speaks to how we can really address concerns moving forward. My area is sort of that intersection between transportation, social science, and technology, and it's been very interesting and rewarding to work with a group that is very diverse, and I think that's going to just continue into the future.
Thank you. Anything else from Omar or others from Ottawa?
Usha, I was going to say from MTO, I know just to speak in terms of the project that we have here in the QSVAS, a big part of this, the complexity of it from the inception, from the, determining the requirements to design, construction, maintenance, a lot of it, I'm sure our colleagues would agree, included kind of a strong component of systems and software design. And, we have very, very excellent folks on the team who've been a big part of that. And I think, with the nature of kind of the digital disruption that we've seen in the recent period today, that's only going to grow. And there's a lot of systems now that really have to include this part as part of the next generation of what ITS really is. So.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, and I think Usha, just to quickly toss in, I mean, one of the nice things about being innovative and being at the leading edge of innovation is you're learning something new constantly. There were so many things that we had not experienced in the low-speed shuttle project, whether it was dealing with LiDAR, whether it was dealing with how the vehicle actually operates in a given environment. That's all lessons learned, and those lessons are translated and hopefully communicated across the industry so that we can all move forward faster and better.
Thank you, Omar. I think we have a couple of minutes left. Anyone else have any questions for all of the award recipients?
Usha, it's Trevor here. I might just, if I may, just point out just something I put in the chat, which is, if it weren't for the professionals taking the time to come back and speak to our classes, right, we couldn't have been as successful as what we are. And so I really want to thank all the folks who on the call who have ever been invited to go in and speak to a class and to share their expertise, because without that connection through industry to the students, I mean, that's creating such valuable experience for them and sharing those experiences. So I really have to say thank you to all those who have in the past and continue to be supportive of all these type of programs, including the longevity of ours, because of the enthusiasm that speakers have had to come back.
Thank you, and that's a great point that you've made. So I think I'll wrap this up if no one else has any questions. And just to provide some final thoughts on this, I want to congratulate each of you on this award and to continue your leadership in promoting ITS within Canada and worldwide, right? We've been at the forefront of a lot of things that are innovative, and we've seen that happen in different parts of the Canadian regions. And I think we have to pat our backs and say, congratulations to ourselves for being continually leading anything related to transportation infrastructure and innovation. I also want to take the time to thank Yannicka for her immense support with the awards program, Rachel, Ryan, and Yates for their support and time in organizing this. This award program has grown since taking the helm due to the continued support from ITS Canada membership and the ITS Canada chair and organization itself, and to the countless volunteer hours from my esteemed colleagues, be it yourselves, plus others who are probably not on this call, and also to basically promote and educate others within the transportation sector in terms of why ITS is a priority, but also why ITS is important for that future ecosystem. I look forward to seeing more participants and entries in 2023, and I would like to thank everyone, and also happy holidays for those who are going to be taking time off at the end of this year. I want to hand it over to Ian, who's going to be sharing some information about our next annual event.
Thanks very much, Usha. I'll share my screen in just a moment here, but congratulations to all the winners, and thanks for all the work that went into organizing the event. I think awards programs like these they're important for a number of reasons. It's very important to acknowledge all the fantastic work that's being done, but I think equally as important is raising awareness. And Usha, you mentioned the whole notion of best kept secrets. Dr. Hansen, I have to confess shamefully that I had no idea your group was doing those programs. It sounds fantastic, and we need to herald that and scream it from the rooftop so that more people are involved. It sounds like it's exactly what ITS Canada is promoting and should be promoting, and we're really happy to hear about that. So it's great to see work like this being acknowledged and recognized, and it's the kind of thing that we need to tell the rest of Canada about all the great work that's being done on their behalf. So thank you to that again to all the awards winners, and to all the hard work and people behind the scenes that made the event happen. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes and talk about some of the upcoming events that we have in 2023. Can you let me know when you can see that? Is that up, Usha? Okay, good. I'm not going to run it in presentation mode. I'll just run it from here. So ITS Canada, I always like to take the opportunity any chance I get to talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. And some of this is a reminder, and for some people it might be new information, but what is our vision? Well, at ITS Canada, we have a strong vision to be the hub for mobility technologies in Canada. What does that mean, and how do we do that? Well, we achieve that by championing the benefits of ITS, and I think this awards program is an excellent example of how we actually do that. Promoting innovation, and we heard that word, I think, through a number of themes with the awards that were handed out today. It's a big part of the portfolio that ITS Canada puts forward, is demonstrating the innovation that can be brought to the sector, and really heralding and advocating for the capabilities and experience of our members, and promoting how we actually contribute to the transportation landscape. But one of the biggest parts of our mission that supports our vision is collaboration. And the events that we organize are really focused around bringing people together. So to talk about what we have planned for 2023, we have a few major events upcoming. The first of which, that's next on the agenda, is the Western Technology Forum that will be held in Vancouver. This event builds on two recent and very successful events in the Toronto area that were co-hosted by ITS Canada and the City of Toronto. Just excellent events that really focused on a number of different areas, particularly related to urban challenges in transportation. And they were hosted in a discussion type forum and format. It was just extremely engaging. I think everyone walked away from the event in June really just amazed at how well the event came together, and the types of dialogue and the engagement we had across the sectors in that event. And we followed that up with an event just recently, a couple of weeks ago, that was equally successful in Toronto. So we're going to build on that format, and those regional discussions, I think, add a lot of value. So the Western Technology Forum, it's probably going to be hosted at UBC. We're in the process right now of organizing that, so there'll be more information coming out in the very near future, but looking forward to seeing everybody at that event. The next is the Rural ITS Summit, which is later in the year in 2023 in September, and it's being hosted in Whitehorse in the Yukon. And a lot of the challenges that recent events have focused on revolve around the urban landscape. And certainly there is, of course, high densities populations and a very significant breadth of challenges in the urban environment. But ITS Canada, our purpose is to look at the transportation landscape as a whole. And it's very important to not lose sight of the rural communities. So as part of our strategic plan, we identified the need to make sure that we were championing the benefits of rural ITS as well. So Yannick is working hard at organizing this summit, and the whole province or territory of Yukon has thrown their weight behind this. We've already got a roster of pretty engaging events organized, including some keynote speakers I think everyone will be pretty excited about. So there'll be more information coming out in 2023 about this event, but really very much looking forward to it. But the flagship event for 2023 is our annual conference in Windsor. And of course, the last couple of years have been quite challenging, and we've thrown several very successful virtual events, but it's time to get back together in person. So we're very much looking forward to knocking on Shauna's back door. There has been a huge amount of work by the local organizing committee to put together a program that I think everyone is going to find very, very engaging. So with Windsor's position in proximity to the border, there are a lot of really key and pivotal topics that focus on what that area is doing and the innovative solutions that have been put forward, particularly with respect to freight mobility and cross-border mobility. We have fairly incredible support being put forward by the Michigan DOT. So I think we're going to see a lot of our US colleagues attending the event as well. So up there, you'll see several of the sort of key themes that the event is going to focus around. It really touches on a lot of the events, or so a lot of the themes that we've talked about with the Toronto events, but it focuses a little bit more on some national topics, particularly related to freight and cargo movement. And at this event, there's a number of really innovative things that we're looking to add to the portfolio. And I think very much in line with what UNB is doing and many other universities are doing with respect to education. There's an ITS education stage being added to the event that I think is going to really focus on talking about how we generate the next generation of workforce. That's a key topic for us. A number of on-street demos that vendors are going to bring forward a lot of their wares and demonstrate their capabilities actually in situ. And we've organized a number of different technical tours for attendees. We really can't thank the exhibitor community enough and our vendors and members who participate in the technology space. We've just had overwhelming support from the community with respect to wanting to exhibit at the event. And as with almost all of our events in the past, our exhibitor members and community stepped forward and they basically sold the space out in a few days. So lots of really engaging, I think, information comes forward from those exhibitor spaces, and they'll be an integrated part of the event and a very important part of the overall structure of what we're talking about in Windsor. That some sponsorship, that's actually a little outdated. We have, I think, one left at our ITS event in Toronto that we just held. We actually had a number of sponsors come forward and step up and take advantage of the spaces that we had available. So I think, and Yannicka can correct me, I think maybe we have one left, but again, much like the vendor community, we've had overwhelming support from our members who wanted to come up and sponsor as well. So this is going to be a fantastic event. I'm very much looking forward to seeing everybody in person, and I strongly encourage everybody to take advantage of the early bird registration, which I believe is out now. More information will be coming out. We have a fairly broad marketing campaign that'll be rolled out in the new year to make sure everyone is aware. Of course, I think this group here is very much plugged into what's going on, but we have a much broader audience we want to reach for Windsor to make sure that's a smashing success. So once again, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to everybody who contributed to make this event successful. Thanks for committing the time and being here today, and looking forward to seeing everybody in Windsor.
Wow, this was incredible. Such incredible work, incredible projects, and incredible teams. I'm always amazed at the work that members of ITS Canada produce. So please join me in having a big round of applause for all of this year's winners. Might be a little too early for champagne. So on behalf of the ITS Canada, a big thank you to Usha and all of our award recipients and our sponsor, Arcadis IBI Group. And of course, to all of you today for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us. And we do hope that you're able to learn more, that you have been able to learn more about new and exciting projects, and to learn more about individuals who make a difference in their communities. And we will see you at the ITS Canada 2023 Annual Conference and Expo in Windsor. Just as Yin was telling us, it's going to be an exciting event in person, finally, June 14th to 16th. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye now.